Hi, my name is Maria, and this is my community service project. I moved to St. George, Utah 3 years ago, and we have loved living here. It's bright and sunny and really rapidly growing. It's got many attractive features, including the landscape. It's a big tourist destination, probably because of the multiple national parks that surround it. But there's just a wide variety here, a ton of different religions, many wonderful education opportunities, including a local college, very low crime rates, and also many healthcare practices and multiple community resources. However, St. George also, like many other cities and communities, suffers from mental health illnesses. About 21.8% of the people living here in St. George struggle with mental health illnesses, things like anxiety, depression, OCD, ADHD, and many other mental health illnesses. And I feel like with mental health, because of the use of social media, mental health isn't such a silent illness anymore, but there's still many people who don't know where to turn for resources to help with their mental illness. I specifically wanted to focus on people who suffer from depression related to a lack of respite care. When we first moved down here, we moved away from both of our families. We didn't know anybody. We had pretty much a zero support system, and things quickly went south from there. With my mental health, I began to be very depressed, very anxious. We were spending so much money for nannies already that we didn't want to pay an extra amount for any type of date night. And it wasn't until I spoke with my doctor's office that they mentioned the Family Support Center as a resource for respite care. So my community diagnosis is increased risk of depression among parents and older adults related to caregiver fatigue and lack of socialization is demonstrated by depression rates among the community. My goal is to decrease the depression rates by providing respite care information to the populations at risk, primarily families who are at risk for this depression related to the lack of respite care. One of the goals from Healthy People 2030 is to reduce anxiety and depression in family caregivers of people with disabilities, and this is done through respite care. I wanted to help the at-risk for depression population, families, mothers, fathers, anyone who could use a bit of respite care. So my idea was to create a flyer to then post on social media to inform the families of respite care, crisis care, and volunteer opportunities at the Family Support Center. So once I had my flyer, I uploaded it. I chose to use Facebook as my social media platform just because there are so many different groups on Facebook, especially I targeted mom groups, childcare groups, and other family resources. You can see just a few of the groups that I posted that flyer to. And this was really hard for me because I'm one of those people who likes to just sit back and watch everybody else on social media. I don't post much, so it was really stepping out of my comfort zone for me. But the responses were really great. I mean, I know there's lots of people who just will see it and scroll by. But the important thing is that they do see it, and I did get a few responses asking about potentially being a volunteer and also how to utilize the Family Support Center as a respite care resource. In a study done by single mothers caring for children with autism, the concluding results was as they received respite care, their stress levels did not decrease, but their uplifts were likely to significantly increase. Finally, as respite care is associated with their positive appraisal of daily events, they have fewer symptoms of depression. Family support centers are located in many communities, so if you or someone you are close to having any troubles with depression, look for a family support center near you.